The Durban warehouses belonging to some of the world's biggest brands are picking up the pieces after this week's unprecedented scenes. Ronald Masinda is catching up with the managers of some of these businesses, and we suppose the big question is, how will they rebuild? Ronald, thanks so much for joining us. The luxury of a sandwich you had a few days ago. You had a piece of toast this morning.
Yes, indeed, Annika. I had a piece of toast this morning, but at the same time, I'm going to try and pull through because it has been quite a difficult week, not only for us on the ground, but also for many businesses who are struggling, trying to pick up the pieces, as you mentioned earlier. We are outside of the Game and Dion Wired Distribution Center. This is arguably one of the most looted buildings throughout the riots, and we tried to speak to management inside. They are unable to speak to us at the moment, but one person that we did hear from earlier on estimates that these damages will cost them in the region of around 650 million rand. I'm going to quickly speak to someone who managed to go inside the building. Mr. Vish Governor, thank you so much for your time, sir. What did you see inside there?
I only see a lot of structural damage, and I can see the building is very, very unsafe at the moment. So to build up, you've got to drop the whole building down, looks like. So it's very, very bad.
We're still seeing a lot of smoke. What is the situation? Is the building still on fire?
Yeah, the structure is still on fire, but whatever is left there, but everything else is out. So it's just whatever is there is burning, and it's burning out here.
Is it beyond repairs? Can it be repaired?
I am not a constructor, but for me, this whole structure is down, so it looks like you've got to level the building, put it up again.
All right, Mr. Governor, thank you so much indeed for your time. Annika, we're going to just walk down a bit because this is the building where a lot of people near Queen Nandi Drive came to. Thousands of people who looted this building, and some are still in and around this area trying to pick up whatever they can pick up from the stuff that was looted earlier. We are still seeing quite a few vehicles that have been left behind. And speaking to police earlier on, a police source told us earlier on that at least 200 police officers from the Western Cape have actually been deployed here in KwaZulu-Natal, and one of the main operations that they will conduct in the next few days, they will try to track and trace some of the culprits who were behind the looting. What they will do, they will rely on intelligence and on tip-offs to try and find out who are the people who may have benefited from the looting. They will be visiting areas in and around KZN to try and identify those who were behind. But what we are seeing at the moment is mop-up operations are still continuing here at River House Valley, and many people are still on the ground. Police are also still on the ground here trying to monitor the situation.
Ronald, a quick question. Some of the looters that we've seen, or most of them, seem to have this nonchalant attitude, even the ones that we saw behind you this morning, as if they can just take things with impunity and they don't even mind being on camera. There seems to be no shame about it. I'm not understanding the psychology behind that.
Certainly no shame at all, Annika. And a lot of the people that we spoke to said, well, they are simply in a desperate situation. They're not getting jobs. Unemployment is rife, and a lot of people want to feed themselves. But what we've also seen is that a lot of people who were part of the looting actually didn't steal any food. They stole a lot of appliances. When I asked them throughout the week, they were saying that what they will do is to try and sell these appliances at discount prices. So many people are ashamed. A lot of people that we spoke to, too happy to speak on camera, saying that, you know, government should have seen this coming. They are sick and tired of the levels of lockdown that they have to endure, and that they want the economy to be reopened. Many of them are sitting at home without jobs. They are unable to feed their families. But this is, of course, a painful sight for a lot of business owners who also are relying on people who want employment. They're saying that they are unable to employ people given the type of circumstances that we are seeing throughout KZN. But what we also discovered during our broadcast yesterday where a number of people, a number of communities who are helping businesses to pick up the pieces, they are cleaning areas, saying that, you know, we are here to support you for free. We don't want to be seen as people who were part of the looting. We want to help you because we do know the benefits of factories and warehouses that help others in their own communities to get jobs. So there are people who are divided in terms of what has been happening. Some are saying they're not part of the looting, but others are too happy to say that, you know, at least finally our voices have been heard.
Ronald Masinda there in KZN, and thank you for the great work you've been doing. We look forward to you coming back home to the newsroom here in Cape Town when it's time for you to return.